Tea Time True Crime with Katie, guys. And tonight's story is extremely disturbing, very upsetting. Viewer discretion is advised. Denise Amber Lee was born August 6, 1986. And she was a young mother of two at 21 years old when her life was brutally taken. She was abducted in broad daylight. And what's horrifying is when she called 911 for help, they didn't really help her. And not only she called for 911, other people called 911. But because of lack of training and shortness of staff, they did not help her, and sadly her life was taken. Her husband and her two boys were her entire life. And if you want, you guys, you can look up the 911 call on YouTube. But warning, it may give you nightmares. To sum it up, this young mother was abducted in broad daylight. Okay? And she found a burner phone or some kind of phone in the vehicle and was dialing 911. She was yelling, screaming. You can hear the captor trying to find his phone and he couldn't find it. And it is horrible because you had somebody see her in the car being taken. They thought a young child was abducted. Then you see her trying to leave the truck, but the guy who kidnapped her was like, "It's nothing. Go back inside." The neighbor called 911. Again, the dispatch, it never went through. So the police had no idea. And by the time they found this young mother, it was too late. To sum up the 911 call, she was begging, "Please let me go to my beautiful husband. Please let me go back to my family." She is crying and screaming, and then she loses contact with the police. This piece of garbage is Michael King. He abducted Amber, and when he abducted her, oh my God, he gave her like the worst death. He bound and gagged her, and she fought. She ended up being SA'd multiple times, and then her naked body was left in a newly fresh grave. But she suffered, people. She suffered. She suffered horrible pain because when he shot her in the face, her eyeball was hanging out and she was bleeding out. The autopsy also found there was blood in her lungs, which means she suffocated on her own blood. What's scary, you guys, this piece of crap was a stranger. The family, they didn't even know this guy. He literally picked her at random, and that is so rare.